Welcome back, everyone. I am Power Surge, and today I want to talk to the girls out there about Tinder and why Tinder and apps like OkCupid, these dating apps, actually really harm your dating chances and your dating life in the real world. So I meet my female friends all the time, and we talk about relationships and dating and things, and a lot of them struggle with dating in the modern era. And they have apps like Tinder and OkCupid and Plenty of Fish, all these things that should make dating easier, right? And there are rare couples that do find love on these programs or these apps, but for the most part, I think Tinder seriously harms a girl's dating life. And I want to tell you why. Don't turn this video off right away if you're a girl, because the information is valuable that I have to give you. It's from a guy's perspective. It's how we see things. I'm also going to give you some enlightenment on what I've talked to from guy friends who use Tinder. I personally don't use it because I have gotten it in the past and I invested a small amount of time and it was really just a waste of time. You don't find quality people on Tinder. Most guys on Tinder, they have figured out some kind of system that works for them, okay? So if you're a girl and you're using these apps, you're getting manipulated by these guys. I had a friend, he would just swipe right every girl, right? And then you open up with a witty line, something like a joke, and usually a dirty joke. Something like, want to make out in my mom's van. And half of the girls would reject his offer. They would be like, ew, and block him or something. The other half would say, lol. They would give a funny response. They'd say, are you serious? And he'd say, no, I'm just kidding. My friend was weeding out the type of girls that would basically sleep with him or not. He had a whole way to set up his profile where there's a picture with him in a business suit, but with glasses on, looking like he's having a good time. All these different things that girls like to easily hook them to his profile. The suit for status and a good job. He didn't have a job. He was like broke all the time, but it made it look like it, right? The sunglasses, so he still looked like cool and outgoing, and maybe a picture of him on stage doing something. So it looks like this talented, successful, or ambitious guy, right? This portfolio. But really it was all just manipulation. He used a system to just have a girl come over whenever he wanted and just bang them and then hit and quit, right? I know many guys that do this, and it's sad because some of these guys just get drunk after work. They Tinder a girl and then they never talk to him again, or it's just a very nihilistic, hedonistic way of life. And I don't think it's good for either guys or girls. That's why I'm making this video. It's to help both of us, really, both genders. Where I'm going with this is that quality guys do not use Tinder. I consider myself a quality guy and I've never needed to use Tinder. I actually have plenty of girls around me. I was fortunate to find a beautiful girl who's like young and talented and loves me to death, and I did that without an app. Guys I know that use Tinder, most of them, like I said, they work some job where they're miserable. They come home, they drink some beer, and they get a girl over on Tinder. They usually have no standards. They invite whoever will come over. And as a case study of somebody who's actually made their life so much worse with Tinder, I know a family member of a place I used to live, like a roommate of mine. Their family member already had a kid with someone and was on Tinder while she didn't have a job, and found some local guy that was in the area for drug rehabilitation, ended up dating him for a few months, getting pregnant with multiple kids. Then the guy turned into a drug addict again. This lady now has her original daughter and kids from this drug addict she met on Tinder that she would have never met without the help of this app, because she was too lazy to get off the couch and go get a job or go out in the world and meet a real guy. So she somehow got connected to another loser with this app, and they are fulfilling the prophecy of making future generations dumber and worse off by reproducing with these poor quality people. It's damaging the entirety of society. Quality guys are going to see Tinder as a waste of time, right? Time is precious and you can use time to better yourself. Why would you be on this app instead of being out there bettering yourself or learning or being in some community, being out in the real world, maybe working at a job? If you work in a job 30 hours a week where there's cute girls, it's not hard to meet them. You don't need an app if you work somewhere with females, and you're allowed to hang out on the outside of the office or whatever. Even if you do meet a good guy in the real world, which this has happened to me where I've been dating people. If you meet a good guy in the real world and you're using Tinder, it's going to really harm the way that guy sees you in a couple of ways. And I want to go over those 4 ways right now that Tinder just harms your dating life to another guy if you do meet a quality guy. Number 1, it makes you look desperate. It lowers your sexual marketplace value, which is something you may want to look into, but it's how people are basically valued in the sexual market. It's like economics. If you are desperate, you are kind of perceived as unwanted, and you look desperate on Tinder. To a man you're dating, it somewhat lowers your confidence and your level of radiance. If I meet a beautiful, stunning woman and then I find out she's on Tinder every night, it makes me think, like, why is this girl even doing this? Like, why does she think so poorly of herself? It just lowers your self-esteem to us. And it looks like, why are you wasting your time? You should have guys knocking at your door every 5 minutes. It just shows that there's something wrong with this picture. Number 2, this goes with what I said in the beginning half of this video. You are spending time on low quality guys. You're going to meet guys on there that have no game in the real world. They figured out some witty system to meet you on Tinder, but most likely once you go out with them, they're not going to have any great conversation skills or really great abilities. They may be attractive, but there's going to be something wrong with the picture. If you're on Tinder, you're going to be hooking up with random guys on the weekend. It's going to make it hard to trust you and to know what you're doing. It's going to make the quality guy think that you're probably promiscuous. And this leads into the next thing that is going to harm your dating life with Tinder, and it's that STDs are a very real thing. Guys that I've known who use Tinder are also more likely to use other risky sexual behaviors, such as sex parties, finding people on other websites, the internet, prostitutes. They may participate in party and play type of stuff. This is kind of a sexual addict category of things. And while Tinder is just the tip of the iceberg of what this guy may use, Tinder is usually something that these guys also use. If you're dabbling in these low quality guys on Tinder, there's a good chance you might get an STD, to be honest. The guys I've known that use Tinder a lot were like the sketchiest guys sexually. Like, they're roommate friends of mine, and they would have random girlfriends from Craigslist that they would do drugs with, all sorts of really risky behavior. Chances of getting STDs from Tinder are real. Do not think you're immune to living forever and not getting some kind of STD because you're banging random people on this app. Not all STDs even are protected by condoms. You could get some skin-to-skin thing like herpes from someone on Tinder, but this is just going to be gross. So let's move on to the next thing that Tinder damages in your dating life, which is what I talked about before. You're being manipulated. Long term, I see the damage my friends are taking from Tinder and these dating apps. They put effort into guys, or they spend a lot of time responding to messages and trying to match people. They may get led down a few rabbit holes thinking a guy's really cool, or maybe they really do like the guy and then they get blown off, right? And it's because they're being manipulated. Ladies out there, if you are watching this and use Tinder, I promise you, some way you're being manipulated by the guys on there, and it's hurting you, and it's gonna hurt you in the long run if it's not already. So I want to give some advice that I'm not a professional dating coach, but it's kind of helped me find love. Maybe it helps you as an alternative to Tinder and dating apps. Maybe this will help you. So the best way to find love is to find a passionate hobby or a passion in your life or some kind of community with enthusiasm that you love, right? Because within that community or through that passion, you're gonna meet some other person that has the same love or passion, right? In their heart, in their life. And similar people tend to get along well together. Think about couples that are like nerd couples, right? They're both into the same TV shows and video games. Or think about couples that are both outdoorsy people and they're just going camping and climbing mountains together. Think about couples that do yoga together and that's their thing. In my example, my girlfriend and I love to fire spin. We fire perform and eat fire. We're weirdos that way. But it's a common flame that we share. And that is how you find your dual flame, your twin flame in life, your passionate significant other is not through scrolling right or swiping right or whatever, and then copy pasting messages to guys or taking pictures of your boobs or the right duck face in a selfie. It's about finding a passion or a community with passion. For me, I mean, I picked up glow sticks and started spinning them, and one day I was able to spin fire, but like now that passion, I can attract people. You know what I'm saying? If you find something like, let's say you pick up an instrument and you learn how to play the violin, or you learn how to sing, or you do sing and you just go to karaoke. I know a lot of people that meet each other at karaoke because you go somewhere, you get on a stage, you sing a song that is in your heart and that you know the words to, and you let that part of yourself shine for just a second on stage. So even if within the community or within the passion you don't find somebody, that passion makes you attractive. So if you put your heart and your time and energy, instead of into Tinder, into something like, it could be anything like juggling. If there's some girl juggling on the beach, I guarantee you a little crowd's gonna gather and some guy is gonna be like, look at this hot girl juggling on the beach. That's beautiful, amazing, talented. Talent is attractive. So work on yourself and your own talents and abilities, even your own ability to talk to other people and socialize, and ability to love and empathize for other people. All these things are better than Tinder. Through those methods, I think you can find love easier and much more naturally than through some app. And you're gonna find a more quality person that resonates with you way better than some low quality person that has to use an app because they don't know how to talk to girls. They don't really have a good real life going on. They have to project a fake life on Tinder to try to hook girls into for a quick hit and quit. I just don't see the positive benefits in it for anyone, guys or girls. So to conclude, wrap things up, if you want to be nihilistic, waste huge amounts of time on your phone trying to date low quality people that are of little substance, then Tinder is a great app for you. But if you're looking to utilize your time to becoming the most attractive person you can be, and in being that person, find a similar partner to share love, life, and interests with, to fall in love with, and share your world with, then Tinder is not for you. Real people, the real world, and real life is for you. Real passion is for you. So get in touch with a hobby or community that enriches you in your life, that brings you happiness. And there you'll find a partner. I hope you've enjoyed this video, found it helpful, informative. Please, if you did, smash that like button. Go ahead and share it with a friend if they're on Tinder all the time. Maybe this will help them. Leave a comment, tell me if I'm ridiculous and you found your wife and the love of your life on Tinder so easily. Then please let me know in the description and subscribe because I do make videos every week. Take care of yourself, good luck, and just have a great day.